This is Virginia Tech's Minority Report.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Today we have a special program for you in which we will be discussing the cultural group European Americans. Hello, Freddie. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining us. When you first got here, did you have any big culture shocks? Are there any main differences you noticed between American culture and culture back home?
Well, there are big differences, definitely. I was here before in America 6 years ago to go to high school for 1 year.
Oh, okay. That's
And
interesting.
I definitely had a culture shock there.
Yeah.
Especially because of like infrastructure, stuff like that. It's very different to like go somewhere. You always need a car, stuff like that, and that's like a big difference. You always are dependent on people. That's like, I guess, one of the main things you need to adjust to.
In America, are there any specific things you really like or dislike?
The main thing I like here is the people. They're much nicer in general in Germany. More open, more easy to talk to, and I think it's easier to like meet new people because in Germany everybody's kind of closed up a little bit and everybody has its own little groups, and it's different here. People are very open and very friendly.
That was Freddie. Thank you very much for meeting with us today.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a great rest of the semester. I'm here with Hannah Wadman-Short, who is a professor at Virginia Tech. It's very nice to meet you, and thank you for coming on the show. You're welcome. What classes do you teach at Virginia Tech right now?
I teach philosophy of religion, global ethics, and next semester I'll be teaching morality and justice also.
How would you say classes are different here from classes back in England or anywhere else you have taught?
You know, I think I was approaching teaching in a new country and sort of aware that this was a new culture and, you know, that I hadn't taught here before. But actually once I started teaching, I kind of walked away thinking, yeah, it's kind of pretty much the same. I think one thing I would say about American students as opposed to British students, there may be a touch more confidence maybe with American students, a lot more, much more confidence in kind of discussing maybe. So that would really be the only, you know, key difference, but to be honest, people are the same. So I don't notice too much difference really, and the university classes are structured more or less the same. So it's kind of an easy transition.
When you first moved to America, did you have any big culture shocks, or what are some of the big differences you noticed between American culture and culture back home?
I suppose I'm more used to American culture now. I didn't really experience a huge culture shock. With American, there was cultural differences, but I wouldn't say it was kind of cultural shock. It was just, you know, you watch enough American TV, you know, you kind of are familiar with American culture. So in a way, I understood American culture before I came here. It was just a case of actually experiencing it firsthand when I lived here. Big things that stick in my mind are, at least compared to the UK, people are friendly in the UK, but over in America, at least in Virginia, people are very friendly, and you interact with people, you know, much more. That's just a really fantastic thing about your culture. I mean, you know, people will say, oh, politeness is just kind of on the surface, and I think in the UK, people say, oh yeah, in America they always say have a nice day, and they don't really mean it. And I think if you aren't experiencing it, you think it can be something that's just a kind of fake, like customer service aspect. But actually, when you get here, I think it's genuinely real interaction between people, which I think is great.
After learning about Freddie and Professor Waldman's experiences, we can see that they had similar opinions about American culture. Both of them thought that Americans were friendlier, and both of them disliked the lack of public transportation.
You've just watched Virginia Tech's Minority Report. Tune in next time for more campus-wide news.